Hey guys, this is Zudok, also Battletech Cognis. I'm going to go over the Witch Doctor, the Tank Doctor. I've been asked in multiplayer games and with a clan I'm in how I stay alive so long and still able to do DPS to the elites, not hit rage timers, etc. First I have to give credit to Dinobot for bringing the spec to the forums. There are multiple ways you can tank as a Witch Doctor, and they really depend on how geared you are. So we're going to enter Act 1 here, the Imprisoned Angel. It's a good farming spot. And we're going to go over the first spec that you would encounter when you don't have the gear yet. The first spec is to use Rain of Toads. Goes along with your Plague of Toads. It has an AoE, it doesn't say on there, but it does hit multiple mobs, and it does damage over 2 seconds. Now, with a little bit of life on hit, you'll be able to sustain yourself with that. The key to the Witch Doctor tanking is life on hit, and an ability that can hit multiple enemies, making the life on hit add up and keep healing you. For Act 1, Dinobot stated that the required stats are about 20 to 30k HP, 200 resist, 2.5k armor, 10k DPS, and 10% block. I would not worry about so much about the resist, however, because if you already have some life on hit, you might be pretty good with just that. Both of the stats can be pretty expensive to find on gear, so don't focus too much on one or the other. Try to balance them out as you're farming Act 1. As you can see, I'm way over those stats because I'm like Act 3 right now. So we're going to go over the skills. We already talked about Rain of Toads. Mass Confusion just makes a group of elites attack themselves. Doesn't seem like it hits everything in the range. Maybe somebody knows. I haven't really looked at how many it actually can hit. It doesn't say on the tooltip, but sometimes I see that enemies don't get confused. Horrify with the frightening aspect will give you 100% more armor for 8 seconds. This is awesome for when you're starting out. However, your other two skills here, Soul Harvest and Spirit Walk, if you're going to do the run-in and Soul Harvest to get your 5 stacks, you don't want to use Horrify right off the bat. You're going to run in, Soul Harvest, then Horrify, because if you try to Soul Harvest after your Horrify, you're not going to get very many stacks. They're going to be everywhere. And your last one is Big Bad Voodoo. With the Witch Doctor tank, if you can have the ability to actually stay in this circle while you're fighting, this will help out a lot. Once you get more gear, you'll be able to do that, and I'll show you some fights here. This is what I started out with, and I will, in parts 2 or 3 of this, I'll show some other specs when you get more gear. The other key to this spec is block. 10% for Act 1 is pretty good. Shields are pretty cheap. I found this one. I don't remember how much I paid for it, but it wasn't expensive. I've had this one for a while. The other good thing to have, if you can find it, it's not a requirement, but it's good to have, is chance to stun or chance to freeze. They work out very well to mitigate some damage. Also, if you look at my amulet, it has blind on it. You cannot search for that in the auction house, but you can find amulets with blind on it. That also works as a great CC. The other CCs are not so good, especially like knockback or fear, because they will get, you know, obviously the enemies will run away from you and cause more chaos, so you don't want that. Alright, let's go kill some mobs.
You must be wrong about the tomes. Me? Wrong? Yes.
There's a good pack of elites out here, we'll check it out.
Look, just over there.
Here we go.
We need more time. I learned much from that.
The other thing that can be quite an issue with Rain of Toads, and you'll just have to get used to it until you get some better gear, is the range of it is pretty short. The only thing I came up with issue with that is Butcher. I'll show you guys a cut to a Butcher fight and show you how to tank that guy. I'm going to show the quick kill of Warden here using this spec. Then the next part will be Butcher.
So be it.
This elite fight before we get to Butcher. I want to mention that you see Illusionist up there. Illusionist is actually your friend in this spec. Two things. One, your soul harvest. You'll be able to, even if there's one mob left, you'll be able to get 5 stacks. Well, unless they die like that before you get to it. And also your frogs or whatever AoE you're using can hit a lot more people, and your life on hit will be even better. Again, another elite pack here. This one has Waller, and the thing about Waller and Rain of Toads is that you can actually shoot your Rain of Toads over a wall without any issue. So you can shoot it over here. If I get a good spot here to actually show you, but never mind, they're dead. But yeah, obstacles, you can shoot over them. See if I can do it here. Yeah, so I'm throwing frogs around the barrier here. Okay, so here we've arrived at the Chamber of Suffering, where Butcher's at. And kill these last few mobs here. The other thing I didn't go over is passes. I'll do that as soon as this guy's dead. These guys are dead. Okay, so passes. Vision Quest. Obviously you have 5 cooldowns you can use to put on cooldown. All you need is 4 on cooldown, and you pretty much get infinite mana regen. Spirit Vessel, if you're starting out, it's really good. You know, obviously you die, you pop back and run away and get healed up really quick. And Jungle Fortitude, it's a pretty obvious one. Once you get more geared, you can change out your Spirit Vessel for Bad Medicine to get another 20% damage reduction. You can Spirit Vessel, this slot here, you can also switch out for Blood Ritual once you get more health. So you'll regen 1% health and less mana cost. That is more for my bears and acid build, which I'll show in another video. Alright, so let's go in here and kill us a Butcher. Now you see there's a sweet spot here in this room, if you didn't already know. If you stand right back here next to the entrance, you'll never get hit by fire. And once you get good enough geared, you can actually sit here and take a hit like that. You pop all your cooldowns and just hit them over the head with frogs and stand here and beat them down. Now starting out, you might not be able to do this, you might still have to run around. This is where frogs, like when you're starting out, frogs could suck here if you can't just stand here and tank it, because you'll have to run around and frogs won't reach him all the way if he's across the room. So you just gotta be careful of that, but yeah, you'll get him down. Frogs also don't hit as hard. With my bears and acid spec, I would just pop an acid. Yeah, that sounds like a druggie. Yeah, pop an acid, and then spam bears for a couple seconds, pop another acid, and burn them down a lot quicker than this. Since your back's all the way to the wall anyway, you just spam bears in a straight line. Keep things on cooldown, especially your armor. Also, if you're still kind of weak, you want to save your soul walk. That'll be probably the one you want to save for when he does his charge. You can just soul walk and it'll just not hit you. Or spirit walk, I should say.
Needs more time.
With a little bit more on-proc CC gear, freeze and stun, you can actually, if you need to be running around the room when you start out, you can actually lock him up. He'll just stand there frozen, then come out of it stunned. You know, just stand there, be CC'd.
Oh, I see.
That's it for this first part. I'm going to go over another video. I'm going to go over my other spec.